Hello friends, today we will discuss about the constipation. It's so common issue with so many people that they are suffering with constipation. So many patients come to me, and actually I am learning from my patients that what mistakes they are doing and then how to come out of this issue of constipation. So constipation is basically the stools, your stools are getting very hard, very dry, and they are not coming out easily. Normal stool is like a banana, well formed. It's not sticky, so it will drop on the pot and it will go, and there is no stickiness, and it is also light in nature, so most of the times it will float on the water. So that's the normal stool. So when vata increases in the body, the gases, the dryness increases in the body, the same gas will make your stools very hard. They will dry the stool, they will make it hard, and then it will lead to constipation. So you have to find out the reasons in your case that why my vata has gone up, why my gases are gone up. And if you see the videos on vata, you will catch all the reasons. I have discussed all the reasons in details about vata. So most of the time the patient comes to me and I found out the reason that they are not eating well. So yeah, there is a fear about putting on weight, or fear about calories, and etc. So nowadays many people, they eat very less. So see what will happen when you eat very less. Some part of it will get converted into stools in your motions. So if it is little, it is very less, your motions are very less. Here is a bag on the left side of your abdomen called rectum, and in that rectum the stools will get collected. Now if the stools are very less, they will not create pressure on the walls of the rectum, and then you will not get a feeling of going for motions, going for stools. So that's the big reason I can see. Very less amount of food, less amount of stools, and you are not getting a pressure. So I asked these patients that when you ate last in some restaurant, or when you went for some party, and when we go for a party or in a restaurant, we eat little better, we eat little well, the food is tasty, so you eat little well. So I ask them that what happened next day. So they will say, next day I got a clear motions, I feel so nice next day. So please understand what happened. They are not eating well. Once they start eating well in a big quantity, a satisfactory quantity, they will have a clear motions. So very important point, you have to check about yourself what is happening. Secondly, the thing today happening is less oil and less butter in our food. So we know that these oils and butters are not good, what we have heard. Now all the concepts are changing. Now the recent science is saying that not to worry about cholesterol and etc. But till today we are not eating this butter and this oils in a good quantity. So again a very dry food, and that will increase the dryness in your stomach, in your intestine, creating gases, bloating, and the same gas will again cause a constipation. It will dry out the stool will become very small, very hard, like a stone, and again it will lead to constipation. So again check about yourself about the quantity of oil and butter in your meals. If it is too less, then you have to do something, you should increase the quantity. So one is that you are eating well as per your hunger. Secondly, you are increasing little of the lubrications. So water won't help. Even if you drink a lot of water, sometimes still you will have a constipation. So better than water, this lubrications will work for you. And I have explained in details the role of oils and butter when I was discussing about the vata issues and the treatment of vata. So please listen those videos. Third reason I can see is some person is coming home very late and he is eating his dinner at 11, 12. So maybe he may not get a pressure at 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning. He may get a pressure at 9, 10 or something, and then that's fine. It's so natural. He has taken his food so late, so he's getting a pressure very late. So don't worry. That's fine. That's very normal. I have seen especially in the old ones, the person they have crossed 60s, 70s and 80s. So according to Ayurveda, the vata, the dryness, the gases are naturally increasing in them. That's the process. So that's the time of vata. And so same vata, same gases, excessed vata will again cause constipation into them. So again in that age, again they should take care of oils and butters and etc. Someone may have heard that oh, now it's a age and how you can digest these oils and these butters and etc. And then they avoid having these oils and butters, and that's a problem. In the old age, rather they should have good amount of oils and butters, then only they are clearing their motions. So please aware of that. Secondly, people say that oh, you are an old person, you should eat little less, how you will digest this food and etc. So the poor old person is having a good hunger, eating less amount of food, again the constipation will be there. So if a hunger is there and he is able to digest that food, then let him have as much as his body is asking. How you can decide whether you are digesting the food or not? So you had something at lunch and you are getting again hunger in the evening. So it's very clear that whatever you have taken at lunch, you have digested it. That's why the hunger has come up. So please decide your quantity of milk. Don't deliberately reduce it. It will lead to constipation. Some of us has also heard that in the evenings one should not have a heavy things, one should have a light things. That's perfect. But what they do is they are hungry and eating very less amount of food. So again this less amount of food, the hunger is very strong, you are eating very less, again the wind will enter and again the same cycle, you will have a constipation. So if you are having a good hunger in the evening, you should eat well. Yeah, it may be a lighter food, but you should eat well. Then it's a problem in the West where they eat a lot of meat, a lot of non-veg and very small amount of fibers, or there are no fibers in the non-veg, and then they suffer with constipation. So again that's why they eat little more of salads and fruits and add some fibers, and then they will have the motions. In Indian tradition, even though they are eating a non-veg, they will have a good amount of rice or good amount of wheat or some millets with that non-veg. So for Indians it won't be a problem. For Indians, it's not necessary that they should have a lot of salads and fruits. They are eating this wheat or rice or millets that will help them to give a fiber. So again, in the West, you have to be little careful when you are eating a lot of meat which doesn't carry the fiber. Or even if they want to have a non-veg food, meat and etc., they should have in an Indian way a very less amount of meat with some grains. So they will get the fibers and there won't be a issue of constipation. So few reasons, some reasons again I can think of is, I have seen in some patients that they start exercising and their problem of constipation went off. So when they exercise, their digestive power will be very good, their digestion will be very good and they will start passing on the motions. I have seen in some patients that they are not completing their rest. So coming very late, going very early, very less rest. So they are tired. Tired is vata, we have seen that. Tired, excess tiredness means vata. So they are tired. So they are tired, their system is tired. So again their intestines are tired. There is no energy into that intestine. So they are just there, they are not doing their work. So when such person takes a very good rest, he completes his tiredness, he balances his tiredness and he gets a good motion. So again one reason I can see is tiredness. Of course it's excess vata. Tiredness is excess vata. So again a tiredness may lead to this situation. Sometimes it may happen that a day you are not getting emotions and maybe on the next day you will get emotion. Fine, not to worry into that. Some people are so fanatic about this issue of motion, passing motions. So one day they are not passing their motions, they run to doctor. And then they just do shopping of doctor, this doctor, that doctor, this medicine, that medicine, and still that doesn't work for them. So again they have to search for the reason, like what reasons we were talking, they have to search for the reasons. I have seen many good results, like I am saying that you should increase your quantity of milk and they got the result. I have said that you increase a little lubrication, increase little more oil or more butter and they got the results. They started exercising, they got the results. They started sleeping well, they got the result. Yeah, this will also happen if you do a lot of exercise, then it may also lead to constipation. So if you are doing a lot of exercise, this too much of exercise will increase too much of tiredness and means increase vata in your body, dryness in your body, and it will lead to constipation. So again this you have to keep in mind how much exercise, it should be in moderation. Yeah, drinking water. Again one answer you will get for a constipation that drink a lot of water. So people start drinking liters and liters and water, but I have seen in many patients they drink so much of water, still the issue is not resolved. Rather this too much of water, drinking too much of water will create so many other problems. So there won't be hunger, there won't be digestion and so many things. So I have discussed that in details about water in my video on water. So please have a look of that. So better than water, lubricants are very good, like oil and butter. They work much better than water. Yeah, you may drink a glass or 2 glasses of water in the morning to get some pressure, that's all. But you need not drink liters of water to clear your motions. That has their own side effects. So please check the reasons with you, and if you are correcting your reasons, you are getting results, fine. But still, if there is a constipation, then you can take some medicines. Like mostly when the stools are little hard, castor oil is a good medicine. It's very difficult to have that castor oil. It has a very different taste. But with some warm water, you can try that castor oil, 1, 2, 3 spoons. And now it's your trial and error. So you are having 1 spoon and it's working well, fine. If it's not working, have 2 spoons, 3 spoons. You have taken 3 spoons and you get a very loose motion, then reduce the dose. So try this way. It may not be necessary that every day you are taking a castor oil. Most of the times you are clearing your motions, and some day if you are not clearing your motions, you have castor oil. There are so many Ayurvedic medicines. One is Trifla powder. You take it with water in the night. Or then there are some branded medicines. So like in India here we get like this Panchasakar Churan, or there is this Sukhasarak Vati. So many branded medicine. You can try anything from that, but again it's your own fine tuning. See, I have seen some patients like they take a big dose of this laxatives and then they get a loose motions. So once a while it's fine. Maybe once a month you are doing this experiment of clearing your stomach totally, that's fine. But if it is happening every day, a loose motion every day, then the weakness will start in your body. You will start feeling weak, and then again so many issues of that weakness. So normally you have to take some laxative just to clear your motion, that's all. It should not be a loose motion, otherwise you are going to other extreme and then there is a weakness in the body. So try it this way. The best time to clear the motions is the early morning. In the early morning, as Ayurveda says, in the early morning 5, 5:30, 6, 6:30, your Vata is balanced, and when Vata is balanced, you will get a good motion. When Vata is excess, it's a problem. When it is a balanced, it will help you to clear out your motions. Yeah, if you're not getting emotions, you're just waiting, so don't give lot of pressure. Little pressure here and there is fine. But if you give lot of pressure, then there are chances of having piles or fissures. So better not to. If it's not happening, leave it. You may get a pressure after few hours and you go for your motions. Someone asks that, yeah, I get a motion in the morning, I get a motion in the evening, is it okay? That's fine. If you are getting motions twice a day, that's fine, nothing wrong into that. Some people may have just once, some may have to go for twice, that's fine. So another important thing is the posture you sit. It's a squatting posture is the best posture. When you squat, all your ligaments or muscles are designed in this way that you get a good pressure. So squatting is the best posture. So you try to use this posture, squat. These commodes, they have created a problem. When you sit in this on the commode, you won't get a good pressure, and then you have to do so many things to get a good pressure. So rather than commode, squatting is the best posture. Or nowadays you get some tables which you can place near your commode, so you can keep your legs at little height and then you get a pressure. So use some these ways, but the squatting posture is the best posture. So with this information, try to find out the reason of your constipation. That's very important. rather than keep on taking the laxatives. It is better to find out the reasons, and the reasons which I thought or I experience with my patients are what I shared with you. These are the common reasons. Also see these vata videos where you will get so many reasons why your vata is going up. So everything plays, your sleep, your exercise, your food, the type of food you are eating, and etc., etc., the timings. So try to modify all these things, and I am sure you will get results for your constipation. In some patients, it rather than a hardness, there is a stickiness, and again that stickiness will create a problem. So a stickiness is a kapha. So again listen the discourses, lectures on kapha, and you will get answers how to get rid of that kapha. It's a very pleasurable thing when you clear your motions, you feel very light, you get a good hunger, and everything goes well. So try to get rid of your constipations. Thank you very much.